I'm Roger, Leasure the Third. I run 2 construction companies that are merging right now. We do interior stone and exterior stone on casinos, malls, resorts, and high-rises. I've been married for 20 years and have 4 kids.
I enjoy taking care of my family. I love my kids and my husband, and I was a busy mom, I would say that. You know, I had a lot to deal with raising all these little kids and then one that's diabetic. Roger was 6 when he was diagnosed.
I got sick. I had an allergic reaction to something, and then the next couple weeks I got felt weird, peed a lot, drank a lot of water.
He just didn't look right. His eyes started getting kind of glassy, and I had talked to his dad on the phone. I said, you know, I think I'm gonna take him to the doctor. Something's not right. They checked his blood sugar right away, and his blood was somewhere in the 500s. I called my husband in the doctor's office and I said, hey, listen, we got a problem. You need to go to UC Davis right now.
I remember Salena calling me and saying, meet me in the ICU at Davis. Roger has type 1 diabetes. And at the time I didn't know anything about it. I just figured you got diabetes from poor life choices. I really didn't realize, you know, the severity of it.
They needed to put in an IV, and he was so upset. They ended up having to put him in like a little straitjacket type thing, and it just killed me, broke my heart. It was a lot to take on.
It's slow in its devastation. It's not immediate. So it's not like a forest fire raging through the forest, but it is like that drop of water that's slowly gonna erode, and then you're gonna end up losing a foot or a limb or your eyesight. And I fear that his quality of life is gonna be poor and it's gonna be cut short.
When they were little, I used to run around at night and check the other kids. They don't know it necessarily, but I would do that if I was worried about them, because it was like, oh no, I'm gonna, you know, what if they have it too? I never put 2 and 2 together, but Olivia, she like Roger, they were both my skinny kids, a little smaller. I always said her bones were hollow, like a bird. You know, she was just light as a feather. She was just this tiny little thing, but never anything vastly different from her siblings or classmates. We were at a soccer practice and she was so thirsty.
I was like feeling really bad that day, and I was just really thirsty, and I had forgotten my water at that practice. And so we got in the car and I was like, I seriously need water. Like, I was literally at this point begging for water, and I just like blurted out, I was like, I think like when we go home, we need to check my blood sugar.
It says hi, it won't read. And of course that was like, your brain instantly is like, no, that's, it can't be right.
It was hard on me, for sure.
It's hard for him to find peace with it.
To see my baby girl go through that.
Your legs get shaky and you'll be like freezing one moment and then you'll be really hot the next. You can't really think and you're like all muffled, kind of like you're just scared.
She doesn't really like telling people because she doesn't want them to think of her different or judge her or like baby her. She wants to be treated like she can do everything by herself.
You would do anything to just give it to yourself. It's like, if I could have it, I would take it in a heartbeat, but that's not realistic.
We immediately asked, like, how can we get involved? How can we help the community?
We dove into JDRF like head first.
You have a group of people like JDRF that is out there trying to make life easier for the families and the kids that have type 1 diabetes.
It's really given me a purpose in my life to do something bigger than myself.
Every year we have a run called the Coloma River Run. It's a 5K, 10K, 10 miler that's out on Magnolia Cronin Ranch off of Highway 49. And then we have the Salmon Falls 50K that starts in Coloma and finishes at Folsom Lake.
Kids with diabetes and adults and family members and friends and just this huge group of people that really supported the cause. You could just, you know, feel the energy.
You can't cure everything with money, but you can definitely hire the brains, the scientists and the researchers, and have them grind away on it.
I want someone to fix it before I die. I want to see my kids be the people they were meant to be.
You obviously want to cure all the diseases if you could, but I'm gonna start with this one first.